So these are actual bunkers, machine gun nests from the time, of course, of 1948, 1967, Six-Day Wars, when this place was re-entrusted into the stewards that God had to steward this land. That's the Jewish people, that's the Israel. 6 days, seventh day you rest. This place miraculously came back into our hands. And let me tell you what, it's still disputed. Just like the very place Jesus was born in Bethlehem. Welcome to Israel. Welcome to Galilee Forerunner. Let me tell you what, this place where I am, I'm Chaim the Galilean. I'm up in the Galilee, I'm in the Golan Heights, and this land of miracles has so much training for leaders like yourself, the young and the young at heart, who come here in throngs to stay with us and in our many locations, pray with us in the vertical Galilee House of Prayer, and of course, learn with us in the Ambassador Academy, and of course, serve with us, serving the poor, just like Yeshua did. But this place is so special because, as you can see, it was called Hippos by the Greeks. You know, the word hippo actually means horse. So they called this Hippos. They thought it looked like a big horse up on the mountain. It kind of looks like it, I guess. And then you have, of course, and check this road out. The Greeks made this. You remember Alexander the Great? So he came through here and he had his 4 generals. One of those was Antiochus Epiphanes. Okay, and so they make this great city. The Romans take over and they call it the same name, Hippos, but they call it Sus. That's how we say horse in Hebrew to this day. As a sergeant major in the reserves right now, places like this, I know, in our history, were used to defend as we were barraged by missiles. A friend of mine I brought up here, he was here in 67. Let me tell you what, of course he's very, very old right now. And he says that he's amazed that after so many of his people died, they were still able to hold this hilltop. And guess what? He was able to actually pick up the bodies, and he's a war hero because they used some of the underground ways. Even after the commander died, the second in command died, he took over command of this whole entire hilltop. I think of what it means to be a doorkeeper in the house of the Lord, and we have this guy, Obed-Edom. He becomes a doorkeeper. He's like a Philistine. He becomes friends with David, and he takes care of the Ark of the Covenant, and he gets grafted in. That's what I think when I think olive tree, when I think grafting in, when I think one new man. It's about understanding him. It's about understanding the root. And it has to do with Israel, and it has to do with you and me, and it has to do with destiny. We can't anymore be divided. Let's come together for the King. And hey, ambassadors, stay faithful.
Let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, looking to Yeshua, the founder and perfecter of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is seated at the right hand of the throne of God.